My name is Doug, and I've been an animal trainer for 35 years. I can tell you, it is not just a job, it truly is a way of life. We dedicate so much of ourselves to the stewardship of these magnificent creatures. It's a huge responsibility, as well as an incredible privilege, to care for and build relationships with these wonderful whales, and we are honored to share what we've learned with all of you today and for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy OrcaEncounter.
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
You hear problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world. And we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcaenus orca. Their common name is the killer whale. And these 5 whales have their own personal names: Kayukit, Tuar, and joining us right here is Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is our youngest whale at only 7 years old, and her mother Takara is our oldest whale at 29 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of our pod, which means she is the leader. These whales trust us, and they play an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we can teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And joining us at this hideout, we have Amy, Kylan, and Kristen, who shortly will be demonstrating some of those behaviors. Now, one of the very first behaviors that we teach these whales is called a fluke present, where the whales present their tail flukes to the trainer. Not only are we able to get a great view of their entire body in that position, but we also get easy access to the shallow veins that are located on the white underside of their tail flukes. At least once a month, our veterinarians can collect blood from those veins, and the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout that entire procedure. Sakari and Kamea are doing an excellent job demonstrating that fluke present for us. Now you might notice that Kylan and Kristen are giving the girls some nice tail massages. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the ways that we're able to strengthen our relationships with them. Now, collecting blood is just one of the ways that we're able to ensure the health of these animals. Another very important diagnostic is how much these whales weigh. And we weigh them at least once a week on a killer whale size scale located on one of our back adjacent pools, where just like Takara, we will ask the whales to slide their entire bodies up onto that scale. Now you might notice that a portion of Takara's body, from her dorsal fin to her tail flukes, is still in the water. That part of her body is called the peduncle, that contains many muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to record an accurate weight, we will ask the whales to lift their head and tail up. And that's how we find that as of Tuesday morning, Takara weighs over 4,500 pounds. Obtaining these weights is very important so that we can make sure that our younger whales, like Kamea and Sakari, are growing at a steady rate, and our older whales like Takara are maintaining a healthy weight. With these husbandry behaviors, we can make sure that these whales are staying healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a crucial role in the development of a young killer whale. From the moment they are born, they are seen learning necessary life skills by watching or playing follow the leader with their mothers or other members of their pod. And here at SeaWorld, the whales play follow the leader with us by mimicking our movements. Now, would this side of the audience like to play a quick game of Follow the Leader with Sakari and Kamea? Alright, go ahead and lift your left arm all the way up in the air and give those two girls a great big wave hello. Look at that, they're waving right back at you. As you can see, they are paying very close attention to you. Killer whales are very curious animals, and we often see them doing different things like spy hops or even jumping out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings, or even when they play. And with your help, Sakari and Kamea are going to be demonstrating a behavior called a sighting bow. So go ahead and point to them with your left pointer finger and throw your arm across your right shoulder. Great job! They saw you and they're taking off. They're going to dive down to the bottom of this 40-foot deep habitat, and they're going to use their strong peduncles to propel themselves up and out of the water. Wow, that sure looked like a lot of fun over there. Now over on this side of the stadium, Sakari is going to be demonstrating a couple of different ways that killer whales can communicate. And I would like to enlist the help of this side of the stadium to ask her for one of her vocalizations. Go ahead and put two fingers out in front of you and move them side to side. Did you know that scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water, it might be a way of communicating their presence? You see, sound waves travel 4.5 times faster in the water than it does on land. So when a killer whale crashes on the surface of the water, that sound can be heard for miles at a time. Now Takara here is going to be demonstrating another high energy behavior, and this one is called a breach. Everybody, let's hear it for Takara! Wow, you guys in the front row are soaking wet. Let's hear it for all of you today. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many of the mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information may only be gained through field observation. And SeaWorld works with our partners like the Norwegian Orca Survey so that we can further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals. And perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice floes. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration. And for you, it's time to get wet! 100 pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live in the world and the time of year, their prey may vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one. One choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
So much mystery. We are all inspired. There's one big world, and we share the love that flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite, and we come alive, we can feast on life and see how marvelous is this one big world.
joining us today. These animals have inspired you and deepened your appreciation for killer whales, just like they have for all of us. We will continue to learn from them, and we hope that you do too. Thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of your day here at SeaWorld San Antonio. Stick around until 9 o'clock